Hello, hello, hello. Greetings, salutations. Happy day. Happy Saturday. And good morning, afternoon, and evening. We're all here together on this beautiful journey. I'm so happy to see all of you. I'm Arne. I'm your host for this Saturday edition of Daily Antidote of Song, which every day is brought to you by the incredible folks over at Carpe Diem Arts. Give them a hand, y'all. Give them a hand. Two hands. Two vigorous hands. Vigorous hands. Let's get this blood going. Yes, yes. Wow, it is September 23rd. I think it's day 1268, but I know somebody's going to tell me. Somebody going to tell me for sure. And let's get started by saying hello to Jojo Rossi, wherever she is in the world. Send her love. Let's give thanks to our Zoom goddess for the day, Erin, coming in from the BK. And let us say hello to all the folks who are streaming in from all the platforms. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with us. And we got in the room Kevin in DC. Mabel is here. I see bears. That's a good thing. Athena is here from Brooklyn also. We got Aloysius somewhere out in the world spreading love. Trish is here from Victoria. Deli is here. Hello, hello, Deli. Nancy is the cow chewing? Okay, maybe it's me. And does anybody else see the cow chewing? Put it in the chat if you do. I know it ain't just me. Becky is here. Hey, Becky. Great to see you. Susan G, Cincinnati. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you. We've got Julie in Ontario. Hey, in Canada, in Canada. We've got Cricket here. Cricket, get ready to dance. Oh, Sheila with the fur baby. Yes, in Florida. Good to see you. Arlene in Berkeley. Hello, hello. We got Bob. Hey, Bob. I got a hoodie on today. Good to see you. Kevin is here. Hey, Kevin, does that say 1266? I got my numbers all off. Okay, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. Luda, thank you for the love. And Victoria, thank you. Carolyn in Boise, you say 1266 too. Okay, let me switch it. 1266. I got confirmation from two very trusting people. So I'm switching it to 1266. Hey, Fred in Silver Spring, nice to see you. Sarah, good to have you here. Thank you so much. Hi, Caroline in DC. Lovely to see you. Elizabeth is here from California. We've got Annette in California. We have Anne in Silver Spring. We've got Elizabeth in California. Hey, Callie is hitting it this morning. Hindi is here. We've got Bronwyn in Victoria, British Columbia. Arsarada is here. Vina is here. LMG is here in Connecticut. Moon in Alexandria. We've got Papa Curly Top here. Thank you for being here, sir. And Sonal is here on the iPhone. We are very grateful to see all of you on this beautiful day, this beautiful Saturday. This is the first day of autumn. We are celebrating fall equinox. It's also the birthday of some of my favorite musical heroes. One, Ray Charles Robinson Sr. Ray Charles, everybody knows him, born in 1930. We've got Bruce Frederick Joseph Springsteen, the boss, y'all, born in 1949. And this evening, I will be participating in a tribute to one John William Coltrane. Yes, John Coltrane's birthday on this day, born in 1926. So welcome autumn. Welcome this freshness. Let's all take a breath. First day of autumn. Let's take a breath in celebration and in gratitude because we have a dear one here today, Shruthi Veena Vishwanath. Come to the stage, please. Everybody, welcome Shruthi.
Hey, hey everyone.
How are you feeling, Shruthi?
I'm good, Arnie. It's festival season here and it's fun and I have a fun song today for
All right.
all of you,
All right.
which
Take it away.
I'm very excited to share. Okay, so I'm gonna give like a couple of lines of context before I jump into the song, right? And so right now it's the Ganpati festival in India, and Ganpati, or like the elephant-headed god, is known as the as the remover of obstacles, as um, the one who's conquered all worlds, and he's a lovely, very friendly god. And right now it's a 10-day festival that's going on, and the epicenter of the festival in India actually happens to be Pune, my city. This is where sort of the festival really became big at the time, also of the independence movement, as part of sort of bringing people together and sort of standing up for our values as a country together. And so this primarily Hindu festival became a syncretic, sacred congregation of people across faiths during the time of the independence. And it became a really big thing then, and this really big community festival. And now things are changing, and like kind of we know that all over the world. But the reason I wanted to share the song that I'm going to share today is that in the 18th century there is this composer Muthuswami Dikshitar, who he's one of the big composers of the South Indian classical style of music, right? And so he has thousands of songs that are extremely tricky and complex, and in the Carnatic South Asian, in fact South of India scales and things that are extremely complex. But he was also somebody who listened to things around him, and he loved the sound of the British bands at the time, and he was moved by that sound and how different it was. And so he composed a series of 39 songs, which are essentially in what are folk melodies from the Western world, and Europe and Ireland and France and all of that. And this is one of those songs that, so you would possibly recognize which song. I don't know exactly which song it is from, but I have no doubt that one of you in the room will actually tell me which song it corresponds to in the Western part of the world. And so this is a Ganpati song by a South Asian composer influenced by British music in the British style, but in Sanskrit. So it's like a meeting of worlds. Very complex in one way, but very simple when you hear it. So I will sing it. It's just 4 lines, and you'll get it. It's a little bit of a tongue twister, but maybe you can just figure it out. I'll sing the first line a few times. Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shankaradi sevitam, Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shankaradi sevitam, Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shankaradi sevitam, Virakta sakala munivara suraraja vinuta guruguham, Virakta sakala munivara suraraja vinuta guruguham, Bhaktali poshakam, Bhaktali poshakam, Bhavasutam vinayakam, Bhaktali poshakam, Bhavasutam vinayakam, Bhukti mukti pradam bhushitangam, Raktapadambujam bhavayami, Bhukti mukti pradam bhushitangam, Raktapadambujam bhavayami, Shakti sahita ganapathim. That part is easy. So let's go. Let's try and get the words in as well. So Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shankaradi sevitam, Shakti sahita ganapathim, Shankaradi sevitam, Virakta sakala munivara, Virakta sakala munivara suraraja vinuta guruguham, Bhaktali poshakam, Bhaktali poshakam, Bhavasutam vinayakam, Bhaktali poshakam, Bhav भवसुतं विनायकं भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं विरक्तसकलमुनिवर विरक्तसकलमुनिवर सुरराजविनुतगुरुगुहम् भक्तालिपोषकम् भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं विरक्तसकलमुनिवर विरक्तसकलमुनिवर सुरराजविनुतगुरुगुहम् भक्तालिपोषकम् भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं विरक्तसकलमुनिवर सुरराजविनुतगुरुगुहम् विरक्तसकलमुनिवर सुरराजविनुतगुरुगुहम् भक्तालिपोषकम् भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं मुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि मुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं विरक्तसकलमुनिवर सुरराजविनुतगुरुगुहम् भक्तालिपोषकम् भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं मुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं once more to close शक्तिसहितगणपतिं
Wow. Wow. Shruthi. Shruthi. Okay, I gotta say, it's so beautiful. No fair you sped it up before I could get the words out. So we're gonna have to you were just going at it. So I know I needed a little help, but thank you so much. It's a wonderful song of celebration. You know, it's so interesting. You talk about the composer, and I need you to
yeah
give us the composer's name again, please.
I will just put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. You said he was influenced by Western music. We know, particularly how British bands, and specifically the Beatles, were so influenced by the practices from Indian
Yeah.
classical music, from the instruments, the sitar, the tonings, the scales, the irregular use of meter. I'm just remembering when I first became aware of well, it was from my love of the Beatles, but I think there's a scene in the movie Help where they're in a restaurant and there are musicians that are playing. Are you familiar with that?
The movie that's based on the book. I haven't seen the film, but yeah,
Okay,
I
I think it's on YouTube. Watch Help. But there's this whole scene,
okay.
and it's a wonderful scene in the restaurant. Anybody else remember it? Put it in the chat if you do. Um, there's an Indian band playing in the background, but they take up a lot of space emotionally. You know, that's what I was really focused on, the beauty of it. And later on, we see someone like George Harrison
Yeah.
um, just really going 10 toes deep into the stylings of it. So it's interesting the cross cultural. connection, how that works out.
I think it's important for me. Like Muthuswami Dikshitar, his other compositions are incredibly complex. They're absolutely stunning. But for me, I think it's also important, especially in this day and age when we're sort of increasingly getting into a silo. And the current narrative in India is that we are a great civilization and we have always been. Okay, and that's sort of the overarching narrative that the government wants to put out as well, which is great, and I honor that. But there's one thing to be said about the influences that have also come across this land, and the fact that as these influences have come, whether it is the Mughals who came, and people who have migrated, and sure, there have been wars and there have been struggles, but there has also been such rich cultural exchange, and not just one way. And I think that's very, very important to celebrate that narrative today, because the other side is of course celebrated, and many people know about it, and I'm grateful. But I also feel like the influence of the Mughals, the influence of the British bands, the influence of the Portuguese and the Christians, all of these influences are so important to talk about, because I think they're slipping under the cracks of sort of the mainstream history narrative that's being pushed out.
I agree. I agree. I just happened to look over the chat really quickly, and Kevin in DC. Kevin, I'm going to ask you to open up your microphone for a second. He has a wonderful comment. There are lots of tidbits of Western music in that, or vice versa. I heard bits that sounded like ice cream truck music. Shruti, do you know what ice cream truck music in the U.S. sounds like?
No, I do not, and I would love to
Okay,
hear it.
Kevin, if you have your flute, there's a particular melody. Okay, what does the ice cream music sound like?
I,
Yeah,
I always, oops, I have the reverb on for the flute.
okay.
Um, I always think of that song as the Mr. Softies song, the one that you just did. But but I'm trying to, I mean, so much of what went by was so fast that it's like, well, which part reminded me of the ice cream truck music? I don't recall. It's they have a kind of a calliope in the truck, so the music is kind of bells and string sounding. So
But can you just play her the melody?
oh,
Just
the
let
thing that
Shruti
you
hear the
just did, yeah,
yes, let Shruti hear the melody.
I'll have to find it. Something like that.
Yes, and so what happens, Shruti, is the ice cream truck is in the neighborhood, it's going by, and that's the music that you hear. And it well, sometimes it can be annoying, especially if they're in your neighborhood for an hour or so. But you're hearing and when I was a kid, as soon as you heard the music, you went grabbing quarters. That's how much it cost back in the day. You get a quarter or some nickels or whatever you could, and run to the ice cream truck and get your favorites, and then go back, and they just go through the neighborhood. And so we were getting those sounds. We were getting those sounds from your part of the world into our hearts, and it just is a warm and beautiful and fun lasting memory for me. So that's what came to mind when I heard you play this song.
I am so glad. And also, I have to say, it's not traditional to sort of speed up and speed up like that. That sort of style has come thanks to the kids I teach. And one of them is here today. Gayati is here. I'm just going to spotlight Gayati and his mom, Isha, for a minute.
Oh, yes, please.
Just so that, yeah, and Yayati and Himat and all of these kids, they kind of go faster and faster and faster and have this little competition between themselves and who can kind of sing the fastest. And so that little line that nobody can pronounce, least of all me actually. Bhukti Mukti Prada Bhujitagam Rakta Padam Pujam Bhavayami. It's these kids who are driving me that fast, honestly. They're faster than me. They're amazing.
Wow, wow. I love it. Well, hello, Isha. Okay, they're off. Is it Isha or Aisha?
Isha.
Isha. Okay. Well,
Yes.
thank
Hi
you.
Isha. Hi Ayati.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Okay, real quick before we go back through the song, can you just tell us what the words mean? Tell us just go
Okay.
through.
So what I love is that the first line itself, the Shakti Sahita Ganapathim, says the Ganpati or this particular god, but Ganpati is also the one who has conquered all lowliness in a sense, the one who has conquered all loneliness, all lowliness, the one who has complete control of all the values of all the gunas, and. And that Ganpati with Shakti. Now, Shakti is the feminine energy, the feminine force, the divine feminine, if you will. So the Ganpati with Shakti, and it speaks about that. So then it speaks about various attributes of Ganpati. But I love that the opening and the very first word is Shakti, which is the divine feminine, the universal divine feminine force. And I love that is the opening word of this song. So really, and then it goes on to, I think there's a little bit of a translation in the chat as well. The Ganpati with Shakti, the one who's worshipped by Shankara and others, the one who's revered by this composer whose pen name is Guru Guha. The one who protects all of the devotees, the one who does not have a beginning nor an end, who confers enjoyment and liberation. I bow to that Ganpati, is what the words say. So
Beautiful.
yeah, I love the element of Shakti. There's lots of things to love about this song. I love the element of Shakti. I love the playfulness in it, and I really love the history of this song and the fact that even in the middle of those colonial times, which were pretty dreadful for everyone in the country, that there was joy to be drawn from the arts, and there was cross pollination of arts and culture across even in those times, and I'm grateful for that, and I hold on to those memories really, and that those values actually of that syncretic and cross
I think I know
pollinating.
a little something about that. I think I know a little something about that. Susan G says it feels like peace through music. Um, Jane in Texas said it reminds her of the song "Turkey in the Straw." Do you know that song? Turkey in the straw. Okay,
I
we're
am gonna
giving
save this chat and look up all of these songs and like binge listen at the end of today.
you gotta yeah, go on YouTube. They'll have all of the ice cream truck songs, and there's a variety. So different communities play different songs, but I think you can kind of get a sense of just the direction they're going in. These are songs that draw you in and it make you happy. They make you want to get money and make you want to spend money. Man, we were trying to get that ice cream money. I tell you, I had mine saved up. Woo! As soon as you start hearing those bells, you start running for those trucks. I love it. Someone else said, oh, Carolyn said, the song reminded her of Pop Goes the Weasel. So that's another one. Pop Goes the Weasel. You got to get that one.
Yeah, I've heard that
Uh,
one.
so yes, let's give Shruti homework so Shruti can go and listen and share it with Isha
Yes.
and all of her friends. Bippity boppity boo. Yes, that's another one. You all are coming through today with these wonderful, wonderful songs. La cucaracha. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go now. So let me save the chat so I can go back and go through all of these songs. But Shruti, yes, just something that simple can bring such warm memories and such inspire such warm feelings for people. So thank you. I'm glad we had this cross pollination today.
Yeah, I'm glad to. Thank you everyone for really enriching, and thank you Kevin for that little snippet of your gorgeous flute with the awesome reverb everywhere. That
I
was
love it. I love it. Shruti, can we get the song again, please?
Yes, let's do it. And maybe let's say the words now that we know what we're singing so you can all try and sing along. But let me tell you, you can't be as good as Yayati for this one. Yayati's just performed it at a Ganpati event, apparently. His mom just put in the chat. So, Shakti Sahita Ganapathim. Shakti Sahita Ganapathim. Shakti Sahita Ganapathim. शङ्करादिसेवितं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं विरक्तसकलमुनिवर सुरराजविनुतगुरुगुहम् भक्तालिपोषकम् भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं विरक्तसकलमुनिवरसुरराजविनुत गुरुगुहम् भक्तालिपोषकम् भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं विरक्तसकलमुनिवरसुरराजविनुतगुरुगुहम् भक्तालिपोषकं भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदं भूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि. I think we can do one better. शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं शक्तिसहितगणपतिं शङ्करादिसेवितं विरक्तसकलमुनिवरसुरराजविनुतगुरुगुहम् भक्तालिपोषकं भक्तालिपोषकं भवसुतं विनायकं भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदभूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदभूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदभूषिताङ्गं रक्तपदाम्बुजं भावयामि.
And my answer to you is, betcha by golly, wow. Oh, Shruthi, you've done it again. You've done it again. You've just made our hearts feel so warm and joyful. Thank you so much for coming all the way from Pune, India. It's 11 hours ahead. We're so grateful for you, for your gifts, for your incredible voice. Girl, you sound good. And just all the wisdom and history and knowledge that you bring to and share with us. Thank you so much. Everybody, Shruthi! Shruthi! Yes, say that 10 times fast. Say that 10 times fast. Okay. All right. We're going to gently wave Shruthi out of the room in case she has to leave. But yeah, it's time to wrap it up here. We thank you all for being here. Those who are live streaming, thank you for being present. We want to thank Erin for her gorgeousness and making sure all of the chat is going where it's supposed to be. All the links are there. Yeah, Shruthi, I'm saving this chat too because I need to go back and listen and hear some of these songs again. So this is a good one. This is good. Kevin in DC, thank you for being on the spot, bringing that magic flute to us. We appreciate you, my friend. Bob and Mabel, I saw that orange with the bears. Thank you all so much. Athena, thanks for being here. Great to see you, love. Hi, Trish and Victoria. We'll see you next time. Deli, we'll see you. Hey, Becky, next time. Susan G, Cincinnati. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you so much. Hey, Cricket. Glad to have you here. Sheila in Florida with an orange fur baby. Thank you. Arlene in Berkeley. Great to have you here. Hey, Kevin. Thank you for setting me straight. 1266. Appreciate you. Luda in Victoria. Always appreciate your love. Carolyn in Boise. Yes, thank you. Get me correct. Make me honest. Fred in Silver Spring. It's always lovely to see you, sir. Caroline in DC. Hey, girl. See you again. Annette in California. Lovely to have you here. I'm loving the blue sky on you. Nancy. Okay, did anybody else see that moo cow chewing? I know I saw it. Okay. I thought I saw a putty tat. I did. Okay, Ann in Silver Spring. Thank you for being here. Hey, Kathy in Pennsylvania. Great to have you. Jamie in Victoria. Blessings to you. Curly Tops, 1, 2, Curly Tops. Thank you. All right, we have Jane in Texas. We have Isha. Thank you for being here. It's past the bedtime, but appreciate seeing you. Aloysius, thank you for your presence. Hey, Storm. Great to have you here. Good to see you, sir. Ruth and Clive in Birmingham. Thank you. across the pond. Thank you for being here. Hey, we got another curly top. Whoa. I think that's Willard in there. Okay. Thank you for being here. Sarah Page, appreciate you. Elizabeth in California. Bob, thank you. Thank you. Martha Wagner, Hindi, LMG in Connecticut, Moon in Alexandria, Kay from Texas, Kat in Vermont, Jane in Maryland, and Bob on the iPhone. We thank you all for being present today. Let's take a breath and bring in this joy, celebrating equinox, the first day of autumn. It's Libra season, y'all. Watch out. Aaron, are you near? Are you near, my dear? Are you near, my dear?
That I am.
Fantastic. Aaron, thank you, everybody. Let's give Aaron a huge hand. And let's thank Shruthi again. I'm definitely saving this chat.
Yeah,
Thank you,
also
Kevin.
wanted to say thank you to Yayati because Yayati is a name that I know Yayati is waiting past his bedtime to hear his name.
Yes, yes. To sleep, baby. Sleep, sleep, sleep restfully, sleep restfully. Okay, all right. Aaron, I'm out of here, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Beautiful day of joy and celebration.